buzzing world of sports. What did I talk about on the program this afternoon? Remember, we count down to the big game in the English Premier League tomorrow evening between Liverpool and Manchester City. Of course, that is not the title decider. That will give us a clearer picture of who is ready to win the title this season. Liverpool against Man City, both managers talking tough. Klopp had his own press conference yesterday, same with Pep Guardiola. Okay, Klopp calling Pep Guardiola the best coach in the world right now. Of course, that did not go down well with some pundits saying Pep is not the best coach in the world right now. We're talking about that on the program this afternoon, and as well other juicy sporting stories. In football right now, in the English Premier League, Everton against Manchester United is ongoing. I'm so sorry, United fans. Last time I checked, it was Everton leading 1-0. Gordon got the goal for Everton Football Club. So Everton looking for all means to escape relegation, and it's getting interesting down there. Burnley is in the race, Everton is in the race. Watford, who is also in the race, will be taking on Leeds United later this afternoon. And also from the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich have got the game this afternoon. Remember, coming from the back of that 1-0 loss in the hands of Villarreal, they'll be up against Augsburg. 2:30, that's the time for that game. You don't want to miss it. Madrid will also be up against Celta Vigo. Pictures of games to expect in all the leagues in Europe. Remember, not just football, it is called Total Sport. We talk about other sports, most especially basketball. Games played this morning in the National Basketball Association. A lot of games. And as well, in the world of boxing, we've got some news there. And don't forget, F1 is back. That is no news though. It will be the third Grand Prix for the year, and that is the Australian Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc doing well in the practice session. We'll give you updates. Quite a lot to talk about on the program this afternoon. It's Total Sport on Impact Business Ibr92.5 FM. This is the sport headquarters in southwest Nigeria. I am Kenny Bamidele. Remember to watch this program live on Facebook. Go on to our Facebook handle, facebook.com/IBR95FM Ibadan. Facebook.com/IBR925FM Ibadan. Then as well follow us on Twitter at IBR925FM Ibadan. On Instagram at IBR95FM Ibadan. I know this show is not complete without you calling in and participating on the program this afternoon. Alright, let me read out the studio lines so you can put it down. When the time is right, I will open the studio lines. We'll be talking about the City-Liverpool game most especially today. And also, you also have the chance to predict. Just predict the game and get airtime top-up if your prediction is correct at the end of the day. The studio lines to call in are 0916-104-7698, 0916-104-7698, or 0811-052-6487, 0811-052-6487, or 0902-280-9257, 0902-280-9257. Those are the lines to reach us in the live studios this afternoon to the Sport on Impact Business Radio. Sport on Icon Radio. Let's get down to business and start from the National Basketball Association. From the National Basketball Association, games played this morning. Devin Booker scored 33 points and Chris Paul added 16 points and 16 assists as Phoenix Suns rallied from a 17-point deficit in the fourth quarter to stun Utah Jazz 111-105 this morning in the Salt Lake City. The result added another win to the best ever record for Phoenix and boosted the NBA leading Suns to a franchise record 32nd win on the road. Can you beat that? That is Phoenix Suns at the second win on the road. For DeAndre Ayton, he scored 19 points and 10 rebounds. Michael Bridges scored 18 points, stood out on both ends of the court in the final quarters as the Suns outscored Jazz 36-13. This rally came 2 days after Phoenix Suns reserves nearly overcame a 39-point deficit against the Los Angeles Clippers. Alright, for Bojan Bogdanovic, he led Utah Jazz to 21 points, and one man who is really worked on his game on both ends in Rudy Gobert compiled 52nd double-double with 16 points, 12 rebounds. Utah had a chance to clinch the number 5 spot in the Western Conference playoffs, and the Suns are locked in the top, but Jazz are now tied with Denver Nuggets. The Jazz wrap up their regular season night in Portland at the same time with Denver as they host LeBron James-less LA Lakers. Utah will end the 5th seed with a win and will fall to 6th with a loss and a win for Denver Nuggets. Alright, for Milwaukee Bucks against Detroit Pistons, Giannis Antetokounmpo went for 30 points as visiting Milwaukee Bucks defeated Detroit Pistons to clinch at least the number 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. Giannis also had 13 rebounds and 8 assists while shooting 9 of 16 from the field to lead Milwaukee Bucks over Detroit for the 3rd time this season. Brook Lopez chipped in 17 points and Chris Middleton contributed 15 points. And that man, Drew Holiday, posted 10 to go along with 9 assists. Reserve Rodney McGruder pays the Pistons with a career-high 26 points, 9 of 11 shooting, and Sadiq Bey contributed 20 points, and Kate Cunningham finished with 14 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. But it was Milwaukee Bucks who won that game at the end of the day. Alright, for the Brooklyn Nets against the Cleveland Cavs, it's good to see Brooklyn Nets getting victories back-to-back. This time it was against the Cleveland Cavs, defeating them 118 to 107, and Kevin Durant scored 36 points as hosts Brooklyn used a big 4th quarter to survive following a blow-up 17-point lead in the victory over Cleveland in New York. Durant made 11 of 20 shots, including the go-ahead 3-pointer that put Brooklyn up 95-93 with 8.52 seconds left. Kyrie Irving added 18 points and 8 assists for Brooklyn, which shot 46.7%. Some big percentage here. And Bruce Brown nearly posted a triple-double with 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. He was just 2 assists shy of scoring a triple-double. And Draymond contributed 15 points and 12 rebounds. That was Garland scored 31 for the Cavs, but that took a hard fall with 3.54 seconds remaining when he collided with Kyrie Irving. Laurie Markkanen added 17 points, and Evan Mobley also finished with 17 points in his return from an ankle injury. You still listen to Total Sport on Impact's Business Radio 92.5 FM, and right now we're taking a look at the games played in the National Basketball Association. Alright, more games played this one. New York Knicks defeated the Washington Wizards 114 to 92. Defeated Washington Wizards, and it was Obi Toppin who scored a career-high 35 points as visiting New York overcame the loss to star forward RJ Barrett to cruise past the Washington Wizards. The Knicks also overcame an early double-digit deficit in the penultimate game of the season for both teams, and Toppin shattered his previous career high of 20 points and set this morning a clash against the Cleveland Cavs and Orlando Magic. They will also face Orlando Magic tomorrow, who hadn't hit more than 4 3-pointers in a game entering the game played last night. 6 of 9 from beyond the arc against the Wizards. And Japanese international, that's Rui Akimura, scored 21 points for the Wizards, while Denny Advijan had 11 points. Raul Neto added 14 points off the bench, and while Federal Reserve Thomas Bryant recorded 10 rebounds rather. Alright, Miami Heat defeated the Atlanta Hawks 113 to 109, and Tyler Hero scored a 3-pointer. Bam Adebayo's dunk in the final 2 minutes helped Miami Heat complete a 4th quarter rally and beat visiting Atlanta Hawks. Miami came in the matchup having already clinched the #1 spot seed in the Eastern Conference, but held nothing back in the competitive game that could be a 4th-round playoff preview. Tyler Hero, one man who is having a very good season with Miami Heat. Most people believe he should be the 6th man of the year. Is proving to be very important for this team. He scored 5 of his 15 points down the stretch, including a key pull-up 3-pointer to put Miami Heat to give them the lead with 1 minute remaining. And Jimmy Butler scored 20 points. Gabe Vincent, Nigerians familiar with that name, Gabe Vincent, Nigerian international. He added 11 points for the Heat, and of course Trae Young led all the scorers. That's a game high 35 points, but that was not enough for the Hawks to record that win against Miami Heat. Alright, Charlotte Hornets defeated Chicago Bulls 133 to 117. LaMelo Ball scored all of his 24 points in the first half. 24 points in the first half, big one coming from LaMelo, and 4 reserves reached double figures as visiting Charlotte posted a victory against the struggling Chicago Bulls. The Hornets led by more than 30 points in the first half, And in the second last game of the season for both teams, both squads will be in the postseason, and the Bulls have lost 4 games in a row. Not a good one for the Chicago Bulls. Miles Bridges finished with 20 points, and Terry Rozier had 15 points for Charlotte, and Zach LaVine 23 points led the Bulls in that defeat in the hands of the Charlotte Hornets. Alright, Houston Rockets by just 2 points lost to Toronto Raptors 117 to 115, and it was Gary Trent Jr. who sank a floater with 4.8 seconds left, and Toronto Raptors erased a 24-point deficit to defeat Houston Rockets this morning. Trent finished with 26 points and capped a wide closing stretch, one that included the Raptors taking their first lead since early in the first quarter on Scottie Barnes' layup with 3 minutes left in the game. Toronto Raptors, for the 8th time in 9 games, that's a victory they have had. 8 wins in 9 games, big one for them. Pascal Siakam pays the Raptors with 29 points, while Kevin Porter Jr. 35 points and 20 points for Houston Rockets, which has dropped 6 in a row. Dallas Mavericks defeated Trailblazers 128 to 78, and it was Luka Doncic who poured in 39 points in just 30 minutes. Dallas Mavericks kept his hopes alive of finishing third in the Western Conference with a shellacking visit Portland, and Dwight Powell continued his near-perfect shooting of late with a 7 consecutive hoops on an 18-point night as Mavericks moved within half a game of Golden State Warriors entering the final weekend of the regular season. Doncic 39 points came on 12 for 21 shooting overall and 7 for 14 from 3-pointers. He even skewed 11 free throws, making 8 into his 30 minutes. Drew Eubanks had 18 points and Ben McClure had 14 points. Keon Johnson 10 for Trailblazers, who dropped their 10th straight game. Alright, Lakers defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder, and it was Sterling Johnson scored 21 points and William Gabriel added 16 points as LA Lakers end a victory over visiting Oklahoma City Thunder with their stars watching from the bench. Alright, LeBron was out of this game, and Sid Davis also out of the game. Russell Westbrook also out of the game. Carmelo Anthony missed the game too. All were out for the Lakers. It was announced on Friday that James would not play in either of the final 2 games for the season. Terrible for Lakers. No playoffs for the Lakers. Sad one. This is a team that at the start of the season they were tipped to go on and win the chip. But when it comes to sport, when it comes to basketball, it's hard to predict. Dwight Howard and Talon Orton Tucker each scored 15 points for the Lakers, who ended a season-long 8-game losing streak and won at home for the first time since the 11th of March. Terrible run for the LA Lakers. Alright, that's all we can take from the National Basketball Association. To the sport on Impact's Business Radio 92.5 FM, within the Sport Telecom Radio. Once again, this is the sport headquarters in Southwest Nigeria. I am Kenny Bamidele. Alright, away from NBA right now, let's talk about Formula 1 on To the Sport this afternoon. World of Formula 1 this afternoon, Ferrari Charles Leclerc grabbed a pole from Red Bull's Max Verstappen at the end of a dramatic qualifying session at the Australian Grand Prix. The final session was interrupted by a red flag following a crash for Fernando Alonso's Alpine after an apparent hydraulic failure. Leclerc has just set the fastest time when Alonso went off, but was beaten by Verstappen when the session resumed. But Leclerc pulled out a final lap at the end to take the pole to 0.286 seconds, and Red Bull Sergio Perez took third, while McLaren's Lando Norris fourth, ahead of Mercedes cars of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz was only ninth in the fastest after a difficult session, and the Spaniard's first flying lap did not register because the red flag was thrown for Alonso's crash just as Sainz approached the line. and then he could not deliver a representative lap on his final run, ending up 1.5 seconds slower than his teammate. But possibly the biggest loser was Alonso, who was 0.2 seconds off on Leclerc's first lap time after 2 sectors of his flying lap before the incident. So it was Charles Leclerc who grabbed the pole position at the end of the practice session for the Australian Grand Prix, and here was how it ended. First was Charles Leclerc, second Max Verstappen, and Sergio Perez third. Not a good start for Lewis Hamilton. It's been so tough for him coming from the back of last season where he lost to Max Verstappen in a dramatic, or should I say controversial, end to the season. But this season has been so tough. Hamilton fans not happy right now, and they want him to bounce back, and well, this is the time to bounce back because he's got to get momentum, he's got to get the mojo back right now. So that's all we can take from the world of Formula 1. Let's head straight to boxing right now and give you the update concerning boxing on Total Sport on Impact Business with 92.5 FM. Alright, for those asking the updates from the Goodison Park between Everton Football Club and Manchester United, it's 1-0 right now. Still 1-0 at halftime. United have got some work to do. They have to come from behind right now to beat Everton Football Club. Alright, let's move straight to boxing and talk about this news coming from Anthony Joshua's promoter in Eddie Hearn, who said United Kingdom is among the venues being considered to host the Britain's rematch against Ukraine's Alexander Usyk, adding that the fight will take place in June or July this year. World heavyweight champion Usyk beat Joshua in front of a sellout crowd in London. That was last year September to claim the WBA, WBO, IBF and IBO belts. And following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which Moscow calls a special military operation, Usyk returned to his homeland to join a territorial defense battalion, raising doubt about a rematch. However, Usyk said last month that he had begun preparation for the bout with the Ukrainian promoter Alexander Krassyuk, telling reporters that Saudi Arabia was a potential venue for that one. So we all counted down to that, bout between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk. Remember, the first bout last September ended in favor of Usyk, and Joshua wants a rematch. He wants to get that revenge, over Alexander Usyk. And right now, the promoter is saying that United Kingdom is among the venues being considered for the match. And if it's going to be United Kingdom, then it's going to be advantage Anthony Joshua, because fans over there will troop in to support him. And if not, how will it unfold? Let's see. Right now, let's talk about this news concerning Amutajero Melvin Pinnick, who made a big claim yesterday. Here we go, this is the time of our life. Redwood, Jockey. Here we go, this is the time of our life. Here we go, this is the time of our life. Amazing, can this be real? Alright, President of Nigeria Football Federation Amutajero Pinnick has revealed he will not be running for the position for a third term due to increased pressure from his family. Pinnick, you recollect, became NFF Supremo to serve 2 terms in office after being re-elected in 2018 with another election just around the corner. The FIFA Council member has revealed that pressure from his family and loved ones have led to the decision to step down. The decision also be connected to the increased pressure from football fans and stakeholders across the country who have clamored for his resignation after the country's failure to pick a ticket for the World Cup in Qatar later this year. The failure to qualify for the global football showpiece on the 29th of March when they played against the Black Stars of Ghana saw France encroach the pitch of the refurbished Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja after the blast of the final while destroying the grass on the pitch as well as technical area, as they publicly showed their displeasure with the result. And right now, the Federation has apologized to the President, Major General, the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and Solidarity as well, of course, the fans across the country. And Pinnick revealed that his position with the NFF has left a strain. Also stated that he did his best within his ability to see the Eagles qualify for the World Cup. Right now, he's saying he's not going for a third time, he's going to step down. And I remember, I think it was 2 years ago when Pinnick said after this second time he's not going to contest. Now he's bringing in the family he's saying his family advising him to pull out and not continue as the president of the Nigeria Football Federation. Well, I don't know, but some Nigerians seems to be happy about that one, saying he's failed the country after Super Eagles failed to qualify for the World Cup in Qatar later this year. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, the 3-time African champions, they will know their opponents in the qualifiers for the 2023 African Cup of Nations in April, definitely this month 19th. The CAF made the announcement yesterday, and they were announced on all platforms where the audience can watch, and of course following the course for those asking where they can catch the draws live. The organizing committee also approved modifications for the June 2022 window. The qualifying series will start in June this year, with the final set of matches to be played in March 2023. And Super Eagles were eliminated in the second round of the 2021 African Cup of Nations in Cameroon, and the next year edition will be held in Ivory Coast. Well, for Nigeria, they want to come back again and see how far they can go. Remember, they were thrown out by Tunisia, the Cardiff Eagles of Tunisia, this year, failing to make it to the next round after a clean performance in the group stage, winning all 3 games. But the knockout round saw them lose to Tunisia 1-0 after goalkeeper Madikoke couldn't stop that long range drive from a Tunisian player. It's still Sport on Impact, Ibr92.5 FM. And right now, you can actually go on to Facebook. Remember to like, share, and of course comment. If you want to, contribute on the program, go on to our Facebook and drop your comment on the live video. I will take them on the program this afternoon. Meanwhile, you can actually call in when the time is right to. Let me read out your lines once more: 0916 104 7698. 0916-104-7698 or 0811-052-6487, 0811-052-6487, or you can as well call 0902-280-9257, 0902-280-9257. Those are the lines to reach us this afternoon on the program. If you want to talk about the Liverpool-Man City game or other stories concerning Super Eagles or the declaration by Maji Pinnick to step down after his second term ends in this September. Talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Right now, let's talk about Super Falcons. They had a friendly game yesterday, but it was against Canada. Not really the result we wanted, because they lost 2-0 to Canada in the first of the 2-leg friendly game to be played between these teams. But it was played this morning, earlier as of today, and second half goals from AC Fleming and Vanessa Gill sealed Canada's second ever win against the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The game which took place inside the BC Place Stadium, Vancouver saw Canada dominate most part of the game as they created more scoring opportunities. Both teams, just to let you know, we meet again on Tuesday, 12th of April. That's 3:30 a.m. Nigerian time in Victoria. Now, we lost this morning against Canada in the first of the 2-leg affair. The next game against Canada again, they have to ensure they get a positive result.
I realize now we know the greater show.
And the head coach for Canada Canada. Beth Pittman are caught a frustrated figure despite a side victory. She said they should have scored more. They squandered lots of scoring opportunities. Of course, they won. It's a friendly game, but the coach is not happy. And that tells you how serious she is right now. She wants to get that big win against Nigeria. 2-0 wasn't enough for her, but at least a victory should be enough. It's just a friendly game. Come on. The second leg comes up on Tuesday. Remember, 3:30 a.m. Make sure you catch that game in Super Falcons of Nigeria, preparing for the African Cup of Nations coming up in Morocco. Before we go forward and talk about European stories, stories concerning football over there in England, Spain, and of course Italy. Right now, let's talk about the scorecards of Nigeria players abroad and maybe the build-up to today's game for Union Berlin. Their striker in Taiwo Awoniyi will be looking to score his third goal against Hertha Berlin when both sides clash today in the Berlin derby at the Olympia Stadion in front of over 74,000 spectators. It will be the third time the Nigerian International will be facing Hertha Berlin, based in the team in the German top flight league. 24-year-old will either be banking on getting on the score sheet again, having grabbed goals in the last two meetings, with the latest coming in the 2-0 derby in November, where Awoniyi scored the opener before Christopher Trimmel added the second. Awoniyi has returned to form, scoring 3 goals in Union's last 5 outings, thereby become the club's record Bundesliga scorer with 17 goals, including a career best 12 this season. A win for Union will see them continue their fight for European football at the end of the season, and they are currently 3 points behind 6th place Hoffenheim. Head coach of the team, Urs Fischer, has called on his players to bring the same intensity they had against Cologne, where Awoniyi grabbed the only goal in the memorable game. Now Awoniyi wants to get another goal against Hertha Berlin. Well, from the Nigeria angle, we want him to score as many goals as possible. Remember, it's our own, so we have to celebrate our own. Taiwo Awoniyi, all the best. And other players, playing for their clubs. For Victor Osimhen, thank God he's fit for tomorrow's game against Fiorentina. Victor Osimhen had injury scare for Napoli while in training on Wednesday, but he came out yesterday saying, "Hey fans, I'm ready for the game against Fiorentina on Sunday, so expect me to score the goals." Good news from that angle. Other players, yesterday it was Terence Murphy who got a goal for Lyon against Saint Etienne. Big goals for Terence Murphy yesterday. Saint Etienne they got a red card in the second half, and that ensured Lyon went past them. The first half ended 2-2. 4 goals scored in the first half of that game between Saint Etienne and of course Lyon. Lyon at home won 6-2. Can you beat that? 6-2. That's not a rugby scoreline. Come on. It was Lyon who won at the end of the day, 6-2. Right now, we have to go for a quick break. To the sport return shortly. We'll talk about other stories in the world of sport, most especially football over there in Europe.
Ronaldo goes for goal! And he scores the goal!
It's thrilling, it's engaging, it's educative. It's Total Sports on Impact Business Radio, Ibr92.5 FM.
So let's get ready, let's play the game the right way, and let's win the ball game.
Join the ever reliable team of Total Sports on the first and only business radio station every weekday from 3:05 p.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for top-notch analysis from the exciting world of sport.
It was a low-scoring affair between Los Angeles Lakers and, of course, Memphis Grizzlies.
The Lakers, I think, it's the experience and maturity that came to play in this one.
Covering the National Basketball Association, NBA, tennis, Formula One, boxing, and football.
At the end of the day, to get in the Champions League, you have to be a good team.
Fernandez slamming it into the roof of the net in the opening 7 minutes.
Total Sports also features Sportspreneurship on Tuesday, all for your listening pleasure. Remember to join us every weekday from 3:05 p.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. to also participate and have your say on topical issues making round in the pulsating world of sports.
And Anthony Joshua has an emphatic knockout win.
For more information, sponsorship or inquiries, please call 0815-630-2518. Total Sports on Impact Business Radio, your daily sports tonic on radio. Don't miss it.
ọba ò bá sí nílé ìránṣẹ́ lè mọ̀ pàṣẹ kó máa dún ramúramù ṣùgbọ́n lọ́jọ́ tó bàbá lọ yọ̀ síta olóyè tí ò bá tètè wò lẹ̀ ó borí ọ̀gá ọmú ní ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ajíyà ọmọ tó bá rọ́bà pín o. ètò bàbá àwọn ètò níbi tá a tún máa dá fàájì dọ̀bálẹ̀ tá a sì máa hó nípa tiẹ̀ ìta fàájì lápètò ní ìkànnì yìí Impact African Television ó yá ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjọṣe àwa gángan la lára tó mára pẹ̀lú ètò tó ń ṣàfihàn àwọn ìràwọ̀ tó bí gbúrò títì títà náà gbó wọ́n sì ń taná yaranyaran bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó ń gbà á lórí àkọwọlé wa kíkì ìràwọ̀ káàbọ̀ síta fàájì lẹ́ẹ̀kejì ìpele kẹta la pè ní níbo lẹ́yìn wà níbi tá a ti máa fọ̀rọ̀ jómi tó rú ọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìràwọ̀ tó bí gbúrò títì ẹ wá àwọn àlejò wọn gbọ́dọ̀ wá lásán ìbéèrè rèé wo ní dáhùn ìpele kẹrin tá a pè ní àjàgbá yìí ń tẹkùn ẹni ọba gbà béèrè kó máa mẹ́fọ̀ọ́ wa lọ ní ìpele tó kẹ́yìn la pè ní ẹsẹ̀ níjọ́ wà níbi tí ìràwọ̀ tó bí yóò ti bá wa síde ijó kó tó ka gbogbo olóríire tó ń fẹ́ wa nílé iṣẹ́ wa bẹ́yìn náà bá wa fẹ́ darapọ̀ lórí ètò tá a pè ní ìta fàájì ìpàdé dọjọ́ ìsinmi Sunday ẹ̀wọ̀sọ̀ tó jíire sára ó pátá aago méjìlélẹ́ ti dé aago mẹ́ta gẹ́lẹ́gẹ́lẹ́ tó gbìnàyà fàájì kẹlẹ́lẹ́ ní tí ó fi da aago mẹ́rin àbọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀lẹ́ àwa gbogbo onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá tó lóko kéékèèké bí ẹ wá so nígbàwọ́ ètò yìí káfí tiwa gbé yín lárugẹ kájí ọwọ́ gbá yín láti béèrè fóńkó tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ètò yìí ẹ pè olóòtú sórí 070-8686-7371 tàbí 080-6717-6767 ẹ sì lè wá ṣẹ́ka ìpolówó ọjà nílé iṣẹ́ wa Impact Africa Television ẹ béèrè nípa ìta fàájì níbi tá a ti ń jẹ gbogbo ayé.
Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM, the sport headquarters in Southwest Nigeria. Total Sport.
Listening to Total Sport and Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM, your daily sport on radio, and I am Kenny Bamile. Right now, we're heading straight to Europe. I want to talk about the live games and as well games to expect, most especially the big game between Liverpool and Manchester City come down tomorrow. We'll talk about that game, and as well, like I said, you also have a chance to predict that game between Liverpool and Manchester City. The game is tomorrow. You call in, predict, give us your prediction, and if you predict correctly, you get airtime top up, just for you and you out there. Live right now at the Goodison Park, it's still Everton leading Manchester United by a goal to nil. The goal scored in the first half by Gordon, that's in the 27th minute. For United, 36 minutes, Fred came off for Paul Pogba in that game. Alright, let me just run down the starting lineup in that encounter. So you have idea of those, playing right now. For Manchester United in goal is David De Gea. In the defense, Van Bissaka, there's Lindelof, Harry Maguire. There's also Telles. At the defensive midfielder, there's Matic, and of course Fred. Behind Ronaldo, there's Sancho, Fernandes, and Rashford. And like I said, Ronaldo is up front, the number 7 jersey. For Everton Football Club, 4 defense, Michaelenko, Kane, Godfrey, and Coleman. Oh, let's not forget, Pickford is in goal for them. And 3 men in the middle is our very own Alexi Iwobi, Alan, and Fabian Delph. Up front is Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin so far has not been scoring goals. What has happened to him? That's one of the reasons why Arsenal have dropped interest in him. There is also Gordon up front for Everton. So that's the starting lineup right now for the game between Everton Football Club and Manchester United. In terms of shot on target, both teams have same numbers of 4 goal attempts, 2 of them on target for both teams. And corner kicks, United have more, 3-2 in favor of United. We'll give you updates, as it unfolds over there. And yesterday in the English Premier League, we had the game at the St. James's Park between Newcastle and Wolverhampton Wanderers. 1-0, it ended in favor of Newcastle, and they took a huge step towards Premier League survival as Chris Wood's penalty proved enough to beat Blunt Wolves at the St. James's Park. The January signing slammed home the second half winner, and the goal get end after being fouled by Wolves keeper Jose Sa at the end of a flowing team move. VAR checked if Sa had made adequate contact after an early review had denied Wood in the first half when he saw a goal chalked off because teammate Bruno Guimaraes was narrowly offside in the build-up. Right now, Newcastle are 14th. That win take them 14th on the log, above Brentford, who are 15th on 33 points. So, relegation battle right now is getting interesting. Everton are leading United. With that win, Everton will go, to 16th on the log. So that is how it is, for the English Premier League, so far. There are other games to expect today in England. Just to let you know, other games to expect: Arsenal will be up against Brighton and Hove Albion at the Emirates Stadium. Southampton at the St. Mary's will welcome struggling Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea last 2 games conceded 7 goals. What is happening to Chelsea? I think Chelsea fans right now need to actually call in and tell me what is happening to your team and what is the possible solution. Chelsea will be up against Southampton at the St. Mary's and hoping they bounce back to winning ways. That game is 3 p.m. Watford at the Vicarage Road against Leeds United, and 5:30 is going to be Aston Villa against Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, right now let's talk about the Liverpool against Manchester City game, the biggest game for the weekend in the English Premier League. Of the Premier League trophy will not be decided this weekend, but Man City top of the table showdown with Liverpool at the Etihad could give a clear indication as to which side will prepare themselves to the crown. The gap between these two sides at the top of the table sits at just 1 point, with the reigning champion just about holding off the threat of the Reds for the time being. Meanwhile, for both sides coming into this game, City in the Champions League defeated Atletico Madrid 1-0, and before that against Burnley they won 2-0 last Saturday. And for Liverpool, same one, they won 2-0 against Watford and defeated Benfica 3-1. So both teams in a very good form right now. Phone lines officially open right now. Let's talk about the game between Liverpool and Manchester City. You can call in 0916 104 476 98 0916 104 46798 0916 104 7698 rather 0916 104 7698, or call the other line 0811 052 6487 0811 052 6487 or 0902 2809 0902-280-9257. Those are the lines to reach us. Remember, predict the correct score line, and if you are a winner, you get airtime top up on the show. It's as simple as that. Call in right now once again, 0916-104-7698, 0916-104-7698, or 0811-052-6487, 0811-052-6487. You can as well call 0902-280-9257. 0902-280-9257. Those are the lines to reach us. Predict the game between Liverpool and Man City, and if you get the prediction correctly, you get airtime top up on the show on Monday. About the team news ahead of this one, big injury news for Manchester City. Our camp is still continued. Talking about Ruben Diaz, who is on his way back from his hamstring injury, but he should not return on Sunday. Kind of good news, but he probably will not play on Sunday for Man City against Liverpool. For young star Cole Palmer is also absent from his ankle injury, but was never in contention for the starting role. And Guardiola will welcome a well-rested Kyle Walker back from the Champions League ban. Walker could immediately come back in the right-hand side as Alcantara shipped back over the left in place of Nathan Ake, who did well against Atletico, while John Stones recovered for the yards alongside Emerick Laporte. Foden's bright impact off the bench against Atletico should lead Guardiola to consider a recall of 21-year-old who could be flanked by Riyad Mahrez and ex-Red Raheem Sterling. Here, meanwhile, Liverpool welcomed Trent Alexander-Arnold back from hamstring injury more quicker than initially anticipated, while Naby Keita shook off a knee issue to play 89 minutes against Benfica. Fabinho came off in that game with a cut to the head but did not sustain a concussion at the incident, and Klopp announced at his press conference he expects to have everyone fit and available for the top of the table clash. Good news for Liverpool. According to Jurgen Klopp, everyone should be fit for that game and available. Jordan Anderson was also among the substitutes for the Benfica game, but we expect him to end the recall over Naby Keita because this is a big game for both teams. Alright, for the starting lineup for Manchester City, possible starting lineup, you could probably see Ederson, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Emerick Laporte, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, Foden, and Raheem Sterling. For Liverpool, Alisson should be in goal, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Alexander-Arnold is back. Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Mane, and Diaz. While Sunday's meeting at the Etihad will mark the 219th meeting between Liverpool and Man City in all tournaments, with the Reds recording 105 wins compared to City's 58, while there have been 55 draws in that time as well. So Liverpool obviously have that edge over City. The most recent of those stalemates come at Anfield, that in the pulsating 2-2 draw in a thrilling encounter which stretched City's unbeaten run against Liverpool to 4 matches since a 3-1 defeat on Merseyside, and that was in the 2019-2020 season. Not since November 2015 has Klopp managed to steer Liverpool to a Premier League victory at Etihad, but Guardiola has suffered 8 defeats to sides managed by German in his managerial career, most against a single opponent for the Catalan coach. So for Liverpool against Man City is always a cracker. Both teams love playing against each other. Remember the Champions League 2018 Champions League quarter-finals, it was Liverpool against Man City. Liverpool won that game, and that same year Liverpool defeated Man City, breaking their unbeaten run, their winning streak, in that 4-3 victory. Jurgen Klopp knows how to beat Pep Guardiola. Are we going to see that again tomorrow? Only time will tell. Remember to call in and predict the score line. You have a chance to win airtime top up. If you get the prediction correctly, you can call in 0916-104-7698, 0916-104-7698, or 0811-052-6487, 0811-052-6487, or 0902-280-9257. 0902-280-9257. Call in right now. Tell me about the game. Who do you think will win the game? Give us your prediction, and if it ends up to be the correct one, get airtime top up. It's as simple as that. If you want to talk about other stories we've talked about in the program this afternoon, you can as well call those lines. Total Sport on Ibr92.5FM with Kenny Bamidele. fixtures of games to expect today in the French League. Reims will be up against Rennes, Clermont against Paris Saint-Germain, and in the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich at home at the Allianz Arena. Remember, Bayern Munich coming from the back of their loss to Villarreal in the Champions League at the Estadio de la Ceramica Stadium, and now it's going to be Bayern Munich at home against Augsburg, looking to bounce back to winning ways. The game is 2:30. FC Cologne will be up against Mainz 05, Greuther Fürth against Borussia Mönchengladbach, Wolfsburg against Arminia Bielefeld, as well Hertha Berlin against Union Berlin. That is the Berlin derby. In the Italian Serie A, Empoli will be up against Spezia, Inter Milan against Chievo, Hellas Verona, Cagliari against Juventus. That is the game to expect in the Italian Serie A. Ongoing right now in the Spanish La Liga is Cadiz against Real Betis, and is goalless. 45 minutes, close to halftime there. And just to let you know that Everton against United is still ongoing, and 1-0 Everton still leads that encounter. Alright, in the Spanish La Liga, more games to expect today. Mallorca against Atletico Madrid, Villarreal against Atletico Bilbao, and Real Madrid against Getafe this evening. From Germany yesterday, actually a sad one for Borussia Dortmund midfielder Giovanni Reina, who left the field in tears after suffering the latest in a series of frustrating injuries in a side's 2-0 victory over Stuttgart. Yesterday, the 19-year-old, who recently returned from a long-term hamstring layoff, limped off just 6 minutes into Bundesliga clash against Pellegrino's Matarazzo's men, having picked up the injury inside the first minute. While leaving the field, Sunderland-born star was showing obvious emotion as he made his way down the tunnel. He's not really happy with that. His season has been blighted by injuries which have meant he has been forced to miss key matches both domestically in Europe and for United States national team. Well, that's not really a good one. Reina first encountered the problems while on international duty with Team USA while playing against El Salvador in the World Cup qualifier back in September last year. It resulted into him missing 5 months of action. The jury came back to haunt Reina when he returned in February, but the players was sidelined for just a couple of weeks. He was able to help his side qualify for the World Cup in Qatar, which will take place in 7 months' time. If his injury problem continues, however, it will be a huge blow for the talented star and his national team. And it's not really a good one for Reina, getting injuries, back to back, and it's affecting him. Yesterday he was quite emotional, tearful, leaving the pitch in the 6th minute, suffering from hamstring injury inside the 1st minute. But in the end, it was a big win for Borussia Dortmund yesterday. Alright, in some transfer stories this afternoon, Tottenham have reportedly joined the race to sign Everton forward Richarlison. Meanwhile, 24-year-old is widely expected to leave the Goodison Park during this summer. If the club gets relegated, he's going to leave definitely. And a recent report claims City, Manchester United, Real Madrid are all interested in getting a Brazil international in the upcoming market. That's according to rumors right now. Talking about more transfer stories for United, they have reportedly been handed a boost in their attempt to sign Bayern Munich centre forward Robert Lewandowski during this summer's transfer window. The Polish international contract at Allianz Arena is due to expire in June 2023, and he could seek a move away from the club this summer if he does not sign a new deal in the coming month. Barcelona have been strongly linked with the striker, but according to reports, the deal would be difficult for the Catalan outfit due to their outgoing financial problems. The report also claimed that the form of Emre Aubameyang and return of Asu from injury also means Xabi's side are happy with their attacking options at the moment, and that's a good one for Barcelona, having some of their players fully back. And meanwhile, one man that is really attracting interest from clubs is Benfica striker Darwin Núñez, who would reportedly prefer a move to Manchester City rather than Manchester United over Arsenal this summer. International continues to be linked with a switch to Premier League, having found the back of the net in 28 times this season across 35 matches in all tournaments. Big one is having a very good performance, scintillating display for Benfica. Remember, he scored against Liverpool in the Champions League. He scored the only goal as Benfica lost to Liverpool 3-1. But one thing about Nunes is that he's going to get you goals. And having a player in that team, a player of his caliber, means the rest assured is going to score goals. And right now, according to report reaching us, is looking like he's going to join Manchester City ahead of other clubs. He wants to join City. That's the update concerning Nunes and those interested in him. Alright, this one is still Barcelona because they're reportedly weighing up a move for Real Madrid striker Isco. This finance contract at Bernabeu expired at the end of June this year, and it appears incredibly unlikely that he'll be signing a fresh deal with the La Liga leaders. Sevilla are believed to be in pole position for the 29-year-old who has scored twice in 14 appearances for Carlo Ancelotti's side during this season. So probably Barcelona want to hijack that move from Sevilla to get Isco, the Real Madrid midfielder. Alright, Robin Van Persie has reportedly rejected the opportunity to join Erik ten Hag's coaching staff at United. Ten Hag is expected to be named a United manager in the coming weeks following successful talks with the 20-time English champions over the recent international break. Well, according to reports, Van Persie has been approached over a return to Old Trafford, but the 38-year-old has signaled that he's not interested in following Ten Hag to United. Wow. That's a big one there. The report claimed that the former United striker is happy in his current role as assistant striker at Feyenoord, while family reasons also contributed to his decision to turn down that approach. Meanwhile, he scored 58 goals in 105 appearances for United. That was between 2012 and 2015, helping the club win the Premier League title during his time at Old Trafford. Ten Hag allegedly wants to bring Ajax fitness coach in Alessandro Schoenmaker with him to Old Trafford to oversee a change in the physical conditioning of the players. Meanwhile, Ren Mellerson, who was a first-team coach at United under Sir Alex Ferguson between 2007 and 2013, is also being linked with a return to the club. United looking to rebuild there, and that is the update concerning Manchester United. For those asking for United transfer news, it's concerning money. They want to get a new manager right now, and according to report, Ten Hag is favoured for that job. In the coming weeks, he's probably going to confirm a deal with them. Live update right now: Everton against United at the Goodison Park. Is still Everton leading that one by a goal to nil. And Arsenal fans, so what do you expect from your game against Brighton today? Arsenal need to bounce back because the top 4 race is getting tougher right now. United are letting it slip because they're training against Everton. Arsenal lost to Crystal Palace on Monday, 3-0, and they need to bounce back against Brighton. Of course, they are playing at home, so you expect them to at least get that victory. And Chelsea against Southampton, that is another game that you should watch out for. Chelsea against Southampton. Chelsea looking if they can actually get that win against Southampton, and they will aim to avoid their 3rd defeat on a roll in all competitions as they play against Southampton. Okay, the team news concerning that one ahead of that crucial game against Southampton. For Southampton, Valentino Livramento will release the chance to strut his stuff against his old club, and Southampton will be without Blues loanee Amanda Broja for the meeting with his friend club. And the Saints have Dianco still missing, while Alex McCarthy seeks to make himself available following a thigh injury. Meanwhile, for Chelsea, they continue to cope without the long-time absence of Ben Chilwell and Carlo Odoi, with Odoi facing a race against time to recover from Achilles and back problems in time for the second leg with Real. Tuchel is sweating over the fitness of Romelu Bolingoli Lukaku and Hakim Ziyech, and the quick turnaround and the man of the feet will certainly lead to some alterations here. Thiago Silva potentially being rested for that trip to Real. Marcos Alonso, Mateo Kovacic and Trevor Chalobah are all candidates to return for the starting 11, while Lukaku, if he's past fit, could even earn a rare start if the big game player Havertz is saved for the Bernabeu trip. Or a possible lineup for Southampton: Livramento, could possibly play for Southampton in that one, and a draw with Leeds last time out helps Southampton arrest their 4-game competitive losing streak. So both teams somehow don't have momentum on their side. For Chelsea Football Club, a win today is very important for them. Alright, a wrap on Total Sport on Impact 92.5 FM. You can join us on Monday 7:30 for AM Sport and 3:05 as we take a look at the review of the game between Liverpool and Man City. We're about to catch that game tomorrow 5:30. That's the time to watch the game between Liverpool and Man City. It's a wrap on the Total Sport this afternoon. I am Kenny Bamdini signing out.
Hey, me I enjoyed this ogbonge